Good morning, Yankees universe. Welcome back to another episode of the Yankees Morning Brew. Like always, I'm your guy Hector, joined by my compadre, Mr. TC Stills. Check out the intro, and we will be right back.
Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's okay. It's okay. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, just a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's okay. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, just a promise and a threat.
Oh, good morning, Yankees universe. It's your guy Hector, host of the Yankees Morning Brew. And like I said, I am joined by my compadre, Mr. TC Stills. All you Yankee fans out there, wake up and get your coffee. TC, how are you feeling, my guy?
I'm pretty good. I got my coffee, like you said. Hey, I'm up. It's another day.
You got your coffee ready to go, even though it's in a stainless cup. You know I still love you, TC.
I know.
It's all good.
Sorry, guys, but hey, that's TC Steels. That's my name. I mean, the Steelers. You know, what you gonna do?
Exactly. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you guys can, if you haven't already, please smack that like button. We got 12 people in the building, 5 likes. Ready to go. Guys, smack that like button. Let's do a little bit of the roll call before we get into any of the conversation. Mr. The Yankee Clipper is in the building. Unpopular opinion is in the building. Jonathan, yesterday was a game that the Yankees should have won. Absolutely, Jonathan, and we'll get right into that. But shout out to my guy, Jonathan. Appreciate you for jumping in the chat like always. Who else we got in here? Mr. Eric Wallace is in the building. Don Sicario is in the building. Ayo, Enzo Lorenzo Cardona is in the building. Yankee Kyle is in the building.
Yes.
19 con man, salute. 3 capital S's. We got MP in the building. MP, how you doing? Medina, what it do, Anthony, my guy. Enzo, yes. Frenchie Cordero, really? We had Anthony Rizzo on the bench. Why are we not sending up Anthony Rizzo? Why are we sending up Frenchie Cordero in the first place? He just came back up from the minor leagues, and the first at-bat you're going to give him is a pinch hit situation late in the game with runners in scoring position. Are you serious, Aaron Boone? Who in the analytic department said to make that move? TC, talk to me nice.
Man, when I saw that, I was just, what's going on? Are you kidding me? Come on. Rizzo is the perfect guy for that. Honestly, backstage, we said Trevino was better to come up and hit instead of Frenchie Cordero. Mm-hmm. Two guys better than Frenchie. And, you know, that 10th inning was just was awful. I mean, they had first and third, no outs, and they didn't score. Volpe grounded out. I mean, he didn't even – I don't know.
Like I said to you backstage, TC, when we was having conversation about this before we started the live, if you were worried about Anthony Rizzo not being 100% healthy, right? Because that is a factor, right? You got to take our Yankee goggles off when it comes to that. But if you're worried about Anthony Rizzo not being 100% healthy, if you send him up to pinch hit, he still has the ability to draw a walk. I still feel more comfortable with Anthony Rizzo going up there at 50% instead of sending Frenchie Cordero up there at 100%. Anthony Rizzo all season has been that guy for us. After Aaron Judge, Anthony Rizzo has been more reliable than anyone else we have in this lineup. But we send up Frenchie, the Frenchman. Chocolate Blue is who we send up. Vikings is in the building. Hey, yo, Vikings, how you doing, my guy? We got Jerry Cadell is in the building.
Sir.
JC,
yes, sir.
How you doing? Jigga Man Porto, my guy, my man.
Yeah, how you doing?
So, how you doing, baby? Hold on, wait. Let me see this. No KP, Phil. gotta bring it up. Gotta bring it up because I gotta bring it up because Clark Smith, he did have a good game. Shout out to my friends from Fireside Yankees and their tweet. Clark Smith with his third great outing in a row, which is true. And tonight was probably the best of the season. I wouldn't even say the best of the season. Last night's outing has probably been the best outing for Clark Smith as a Yankee, period. Almost 6 innings. He go 5 2/3, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Were you impressed when it came to Clark Smith last night, TC? Or is this just the same thing that Nestor Cortez was able to feed off of Seattle not having that strong of a lineup?
No. See, Seattle has a good lineup. And I was very impressed with Clark Schmidt. He has impressed me the last couple outings. He keeps us in the game. A lot of the early outings were our defense. Our defense had let him down, and it made him throw extra pitches. And when you're on the mound for 25 to 30 pitches in 1 inning, you're going to get taxed. It's going to take a toll on you, and it's going to prove. It's going to show when the guys are tagging you all over the park. So this was a great outing. I mean, it's just that our bats went silent. After scoring 20 runs a lot previous 2 games, you want to go back third. At least 30 runs in 3 games, but yeah, they didn't come through for him. He kept us in the game. The bullpen was great, and hats off to Schmidt. I mean, everyone's so down on him, like he's a piece of Schmidt, but yes, was definitely his best outing. Definitely.
Well, that Clark piece of Schmidt actually was killing it yesterday, and very impressed. Like you said, over he was the Schmidt last night. Over his last several outings, he has been very impressive. And credit to both Clark Smith and Domingo Germán. Even though Domingo Germán did get suspended, they've both stepped up when the Yankees have needed them the most. Credit to those guys right now, because we wouldn't be in third place right now if we didn't have the solid contributions from both Clark Smith and Domingo Germán. We may joke with them by giving them nicknames like the German Sunday or calling him Clark piece of Schmidt. But when it comes down to it, we got to take our hats off to the two of them because they have stepped up when we needed them the most. We have no Carlos Rodon. Luis Severino just came back. So credit to those two.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. Without those guys stepping up, keeping us in games, they might not have a good win-loss record, but honestly, they keep us in the games. And again, if our defense, would have helped out Schmidt a couple of outings, he would have had some more wins.
Yeah, and just like your pops just pointed out, our friend Jerry, the Yankees scored 20 runs in the series. The pitching staff gave up 7. Not bad. Best pitching performance. When it comes down to the bullpen and the starter rotation, this series against Seattle, they were solid. No complaints. No complaints whatsoever. But now we gotta go to the Dodgers. We gotta go to La La Land to face the Dodgers. Are you super excited about this matchup against the Dodgers? Because when it comes down to it, both the Yankees and the Dodgers, they have a history from the past. And it's always great to have a matchup between the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah. It brings you back to the 77, 78 World Series, 81 World Series. I mean, they're coming in my backyard. All the Dodger fans are already all over me about, hey, we're going to kill your Yankees. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's what I tell them. So, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think the Dodgers are struggling a little bit. Hopefully we catch them at the right time and we go in there and sweep them. I'd love to see a sweep and shut these guys up.
Yeah, definitely. Before we move on to the next topic, I just want to touch on what Brian Hoach put on Twitter, because he asked Aaron Boone, and according to Aaron Boone, Anthony Rizzo was available only in an emergency situation last night. Boone was going to stay away from him unless everyone else got hurt.
Oh, my gosh.
So if it was a backup situation because people were getting hurt, emergency situation, Frenchie Cordero with runners in scoring position last night, it kind of seems like that's an emergency situation. TC, what's your thoughts?
Bases loaded in the 10th inning to score a run, I think that's an emergency. And the way they treat these guys nowadays, it's like they're porcelain dolls. Like they can't. Oh no! Only emergency. We can't. Oh, you can't go out there. Put the guy on the IL then, and let's get a guy that can play. I don't understand having a guy and he's can't play. This guy hits 300 all year. He's been most clutch besides Judge, and you don't go to him.
It baffles me, bro.
Blows me away.
It baffles me. It blows my mind. And also, Jerry brought it up as well. Kirby pitched excellent. He did. But I want to point something out. And for the first 5 innings of the game, I was listening to our friend Pete from nyynewstv. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Pete Seminetti. He does an amazing job calling the game. But after the 5th inning, I went outside for a walk because I tell you all the time, TC, I like going for walks in my neighborhood at night. I live by Enwood Park. I love going in the park and just walking around at night. I was watching the game, right? I normally stop at the top of the mountain, whatever, watching the game on my phone. I noticed Kirby was tipping his pitches. And I don't know why the Yankees didn't pick this up. I was able to pick it up for literally 15 pitches in a row. That 7th inning, I called every pitch that he had. What Kirby was doing yesterday, and I'm not sure if you guys noticed it, but if you guys can go back and watch the game, what Kirby was doing every time he got the ball back, right? You saw him put his fingers and gripping on it. He took 5 steps, right? Whenever he raised his glove 5 times, because he likes to play with the ball in his hand. Every time he did that for 5 times, it was an off-speed pitch. When he got the ball back and was ready to go right away, it was his sinker. It was his fastball. So, like I said, in that 7th inning, I was able to point that out for 15 straight pitches. I got him all right. Fastball, off-speed pitch. I was able to point that out. I'm not sure if the Yankees didn't pick it up. I'm not sure if any of the scouts that are in the stadium picked it up. But if I was able to pick it up just from watching it as at home, there should be no reason why the Yankees didn't pick it up as well.
Yeah, and you don't have an emergency phone to Boone? I
no,
thought you had
he
the
blocked
connections
me.
there.
He blocked me on Twitter, so I can't
you.
even send him a message on Twitter.
Yeah, he must be watching NYY News and Morning Brew, huh? That's what.
That's what it is. That's what he gets his notes for. Because every time that he's at a press conference, it's like he's answering us directly. Eric,
you could have called your friend Chaparro, and he could have relayed the message.
I wish. Eric Wallace says once again that bum screws it all up. Top 10 is definitely a must-win situation. Absolutely. Top of the 10th inning is a must-hit situation. And I got 19 con man in the building. Also, we got 21 people watching. If you guys can, please smack that like button. 19 con man, he brings up Anthony Volpe. And let's stick with this topic and let's talk about it, right? Anthony Volpe, he had a home run in the series, right? He's been solid this season, right? The arm strength is a little shaky. You could tell that the arm strength is going to lead him having to transition to be the second baseman of the future, not the shortstop of the future. But when it comes to Anthony Volpe, over the last month, I shouldn't say the last month because that's unfair. He over his last 30 at bats, his on base percentage is just 230.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's just 20 points higher than his batting average. Anthony Volpe, at the beginning of the season, I was crediting him of having good at bats, still being able to draw walks, not going outside the strike zone to help out the opposing pitcher. But over the past 3 weeks, since he has gone into this slump over this past 30 at bats, his on-base percentage is not anything to write home about. It's only 230. His batting average is well below 200 at the same time. What's your takes when it comes to Anthony Volpe, and what's your thoughts on that at bat last night?
Yeah, he should have been a little more patient at that at bat yesterday. You got to get that run home. You got to try to lift the ball. You need a fly ball right there. I mean, he hit it right to third. I mean, it was just an easy play. But as far as the season goes with Volpe, I know everybody's been saying that we got to be patient with him. Got to be patient. We're halfway through. We're already in June. We're 2 months in, and he's batting 195, 194, something like that. I'm thinking if this continues throughout June, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we need to send him down. He's got to get his confidence back because the pitchers have figured out how to pitch him. He's not making adjustments with that swing at all. Mm-hmm. He's missing everything. He's just swinging, for the fence every time. So I'm considering, send him down. We got a guy. Oswald Peraza. And he look at what he's doing in AAA. I mean, this kid is a natural shortstop. We got to give him a shot. Bring him up. Volpe could tear up AAA, get his confidence back, and come back after All-Star break. Because I'm not seeing any improvement with Volpe. I mean, he needs to be on base because he steals. Yeah, I haven't seen him on base stealing, and I mean, since who knows when, 3-4 weeks ago.
It feels like a month ago, the last time that he was able to get on base and still a bag.
Yeah, and I thought the move to batting seventh, it seemed to improve his at bats for a week or two, but now it's it's starting to set in that he's struggling, he's pressing, and I think I would. I know the Yankees probably won't do that, but he's not helping this team at all.
And KC Funtime just put it in the chat right when you said it. Shout out to KC Funtime, who was in the building. He said, "Agreed, TC, but the Yanks probably won't do it." And I'm in agreement with the both of you guys. When it comes down to it, Anthony Volpe, he has to have better at bats. He was able to get his batting average in between 220 to 230, right? He was able to start creeping up when it comes to his batting average. And then it's just been a total nosedive over the last 30 at bats, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if the Yankees front office want to pull that move to send Volpe down and bring Peraza up at shortstop, because I'm not sure if the Yankees want to mess with him mentally, right? I'm not sure. When it comes to Anthony Volpe, he seems like a solid kid. He seems like he can handle it, but I'm not sure if the Yankees believe that he can handle it.
Yeah. No,
and I'm not sure I'm not sure if the front office wants those conversations to start between the fan base when it comes to who should be the shortstop, Peraza or Volpe. You already got a fraction of the fan base already saying that they'll rather have Peraza at the shortstop over Volpe.
Yeah,
I think the front office does not want to make that more of a glaring situation than it already is.
Yeah, no, totally agree. I mean that I 100% agree with that. And but as a fan's perspective, he's struggling, and he needs something. Either ride the bench. I don't want to see IKF at short. I want to see Peraza at short. But again, we're going to talk about the moves that they're going to make here upcoming, and Peraza is not one of them. So I don't know why. I don't know what the delay is with having him up. He's killing AAA, and there's no reason to have him wasted out.
Yeah. And then when you look at it, I'm not sure if the Yankees, they want to move off of Gleyber Torres at second base yet, right? Because when you look at the numbers from Gleyber Torres, and I know, TC, you're not a big fan of Gleyber Torres leading off games and stuff like that.
Right.
But ever since Gleyber Torres has been the exclusive leadoff hitter for the Yankees over the past 10 games, I want to say, Gleyber Torres is batting .341. He has 10 runs scored, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, and the Yankees have gone 7-3 over the last 10 games with Gleyber Torres exclusively being the leadoff hitter.
Hey, maybe you sold me.
Maybe there's something that the analytics is seeing that we're not seeing. But the numbers, they prove it. Gleyber Torres is a better hitter as a leadoff guy.
Well, that goes to show. What do I know, right? But I don't know. To me, he's a better middle of the order hitter. We need to find a leadoff hitter. We just haven't found that yet. I know we talked about Florio, but he'll never get a shot. We might as well just that's a dead conversation. But hey, let's just ride Gleyber till we see a decline. But the numbers speak for themselves. You said it. I mean, he 7-3 and his number 3 batting .341 as leadoff. Hey, let's keep it going.
Yeah. And yes, we lost in extra innings, and Ron Marinaccio, he did give up that run to the Mariners in the bottom of the 10th. But our relievers this season, they have been solid. If you look at the tweet that's on the screen right now from Talking Yanks, the Yankees bullpen, their relievers, they have a 2.90 ERA. It is the best in all of Major League Baseball. They are the only bullpen that has an ERA below 3. So even though we lost last night, even though Ron Marinaccio did give up that run, I'm still confident, and I still have a lot of faith in our bullpen being the best part of this team.
And honestly, it is amazing that they are the best bullpen with the amount of guys that are on the IL from that bullpen.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, Efros, Loizaga, Hamilton, Trevino. It just goes on and on and on. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And we're about to get healthy because Tommy Kahnle is about to be back. You know, I'm gonna get to the moves. I see 19 comment already put it in the chat, but I'll get to the moves, the corresponding moves right now. But Tommy Kahnle is coming back, right? Jonathan Loizaga will be coming back. Ian Hamilton will be coming back. So this bullpen will be getting some backup.
Yeah,
we'll be getting some reinforcements that we desperately need to add on to a bullpen that's already the best in baseball. And I'm going to say this right now, right? Even though we lost last night, even though the Yankees lost last night, I'm putting this out there right now. Guys, don't beat me up when I say this. But this season is the season for the New York Yankees. This is our year because when you look at the Tampa Bay Rays, yes, the Rays won last night, the Yankees lost. We've gained ground on Tampa Bay. At the beginning of May, with all of our injuries, TC, sorry about that. Shut up, would you?
Is that Aaron Boone driving by?
Yeah, but no, TC, at the beginning of the month, with all the injuries that were piling up, we were talking about it. If the Yankees don't go out over the next few weeks and actually play solid Major League Baseball, the Rays could run away with the division by the time June 1st has come. It is June 1st right now. The Rays only have a 6-game lead on us, if that.
Right. No, you're right.
So I'm saying that this is our season. I'm not scared of the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not scared of the Baltimore Orioles. We are getting healthy. We got Donaldson coming back. We got Giancarlo Stanton coming back. Like I said, we got Tommy Kahnle coming back. Ian Hamilton will be joining us in the next couple of weeks. Jonathan Loizaga should be joining us by the end of the month. Luis Hill has started throwing bullpen sessions, and he seems like he's on a fast track on his way back to help us out in the bullpen. And like you said, Carlos Rodon should be pitching with us by the time July comes around.
Yes, cross our fingers for that. And when that happens, wow, look out. The league better watch out. I mean, we're doing this. Honestly, we're doing this with the 50% of our roster. That's that's the way I look at it. The amount of injuries, up, down, guys, AAA, it's a shuttle back and forth. 50% of our roster on the IL, and we're doing this. And just think of when this lineup, actually gets healthy, and that we actually put a championship caliber lineup together, not a scrub, bottom of the barrel lineup you see every day lately. But look out, and I'm glad they're staying afloat. We're just staying in there. We're only 6 games out, shooting distance away, and here we go.
And like 19 comments said, speak it into existence. Speak it into existence. When it comes down to it, I'm saying it. This is the year for the Yankees. The Houston Astros, they don't seem like they're the Houston Astros from the past. The American League is wide open. I don't want to hear no more excuses that we can't get past the Tampa Bay Rays because we have handled them solid this year, right?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay has won some games, but we have won some games as well. It's not a major drop-off. It's just they were able to get out to a better start of the season because of their schedule. Their schedule is the reason why Tampa Bay is where it's at right now. Let's be real. Right. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and they're coming back down to earth here with the schedules getting harder, and they're losing more and more games. So, they're not used to this. They're not used to. They're always like the underdog team, and they're not used to being the hunted at the top. So a lot of pressure is on them now that they got off to that hot start, and they're feeling it. I think they're feeling it. The Orioles are right on their tail, and we're there. We're right there. As soon as we get our guys, look out.
The unpopular opinion, my guy, talk that ish, Heck. Yes. Absolutely. The Yankee Clipper, Heck, if it's the Yankees year, we need to make deadline moves. my friend. No. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on
Smart
that.
moves, though.
We know, and that's the thing. We know Brian Cashman, he's going to make some moves. Every trade deadline, he is at least trying to upgrade this team. Now, it may not be the big sexy move that a lot of fans may want, but he does go out there every trade deadline and he does try to make some moves, right? Yeah. When you look at the standings right now, the overall standings in all of Major League Baseball, the Yankees have the 6th. They're tied for 6th when it comes to best record. You got Tampa, Texas, Baltimore, and then the Yankees are tied with the Dodgers. The Yankees are tied with Atlanta, Arizona, and the Dodgers for winning percentage. So the Yankees are right there. When it comes to the top teams in all of baseball, the Yankees are right there. The Yankees are right there. Houston is under the Yankees. Then Milwaukee is underneath the Yankees as well. So the Yankees are right there when it comes to best record in all of baseball. It's just Tampa looks like they're leading the pack because they got 40 wins. They're the first team to 40 wins. So we can't
okay.
That's okay. But we talked about the main reason why that is. That's because of their schedule to start the season. Yeah. With all the injuries the Yankees have dealt with, and we said that at the beginning of this month, like I said, at the beginning of May, we were nervous because we didn't know how the team would respond to the injuries. Aaron Judge has come back playing like MVP Aaron Judge like last year. He is at the same when it comes to home runs. 18 last year, 18 this year when it comes to that, right? When you look at Carlos Rodon about to join the team, he's a month away. Like I said, we have so much reinforcements on the way. Giancarlo Stanton, he'll be starting in with the Dodgers. I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that because he only had like a game or two with Somerset. Right. But it is the Dodgers. It is where he's from, and he kills I think the Dodgers. He has the best batting average, not home runs. That's the Mets. He has the most home runs against the Mets in Citi Field than any other team. But he has his best batting average against the Dodgers, and we saw it in the All-Star game last year. He hit a ball that left the stadium, so he's comfortable hitting at Dodger Stadium. So let's see what happens over the weekend when he comes back to help our team.
Yeah, it's just his presence in the lineup. If it takes him a while, it takes him a while. But having him in there, he's a threat. Whether he walks or he's a threat in the lineup over some of these other guys that we have like Calhoun, Bowers, Greg Allen. He protects Aaron Judge and Anthony Rizzo. And yes, it's going to take him a while to get back up to speed with major league pitching. Couple games, he'll be ready to go. He's a professional hitter. It's not going to take long, and I wouldn't doubt if he hits 2 home runs in this series.
No, yeah, I listen. That and that's the perfect explanation of Giancarlo Stanton, right? He's gone for almost a month and a half because of an injury. He comes back and he hits 2 home runs. That is the perfect example, a definition of what Giancarlo Stanton is as a Yankee. He misses some time. He comes back. He catches on fire. He can carry a team for a week or two when he catches on fire. So when it comes to Giancarlo Stanton, I know Jerry put it in the chat that both Giancarlo and Josh Donaldson, it may lead to strikeouts with them coming back. But I'm on the pessimistic side of things, right? Because Josh Donaldson, he was working with our guys, Shelly Duncan and Scranton. And Josh Donaldson did go 3 for 9 in Scranton. He did have a home run, a double, so he looked like he's on the mark when it comes back to being major league ready. But I want to bring this up because there's been some corresponding moves because Donaldson, Giancarlo Stanton, and Tommy Kahnle will be joining the big league club. So with that, roster moves had to happen. With Donaldson, Kahnle, and Stanton coming back to the 26-man roster, according to Jack Curry, the moves that are happening, Cabrera will be going down to AAA. Frenchie Cordero will be sent down as well. And Matt Crook, who we didn't even get to see pitch, is being sent down. What's your thoughts with Cabrera being sent down? Because we already know about Frenchie. Frenchie, copy. It's what it is. But
yes,
Oswald Cabrera, we talked about it on the last show. I didn't expect the Yankees to pull the trigger and send him down. What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Yeah, I mean, as a fan, I thought it was time. He has struggled so bad, and we have multiple guys that can fill in for him. He's a utility guy in infield and outfield. We have IKF. We have Jake Bowers that can play a couple positions. So with Donaldson going to be playing third most of the time, Cabrera's time is up right now. I mean, he needs to go down and find his confidence again, and hopefully he tears it up out there. I mean, there's guys that are all around him in AAA that maybe he can talk to them and see, hey, what's Shelly Duncan giving you guys over here? And what's the secret sauce? What's you guys like? This holy water or what's going on over here? So it's much needed, because like we were saying about Volpe, we can't have Volpe and Cabrera and these other guys. I know IKF is picking it up and Higgy. We can't have 4 or 5 guys in the lineup batting below 200. Yeah, that's not a winning formula.
Well, so, IKF is hitting about 230 now, so you got to put some respect
he's
on IKF, aka
right.
Barry Bonds. Go ahead.
Right? Yeah. Forgive me. Yeah, he's picked it up, but at a couple weeks ago, he was part of the the Mendoza crew. So
yeah.
But yeah, Cabrera needs to find his stroke down there. I'm not surprised, but with the Yankees, hey, they finally did a common sense move. But as far as Frenchie and Crook, it's too bad for Crook. I would have liked to see what he had, but just send him down. He's there if we need him. I can't wait to see what he gives us. But
listen, listen. When it comes to Matt Crook, he is having, and we talked about it on the last show. We brought up his stats. One of the best years when it comes to minor league baseball pitching, right? When it comes to pitchers, relievers, however you want to put it. There should be no reason Matt Crook is not on the major league roster, especially Albert Abreu. Albert Abreu should not be on this roster over Matt Crook. We need another lefty coming out of that bullpen. We can't have Wandy Peralta being our only lefty option, because we like to use Wandy Peralta later on in the game. What if we have a situation, bases loaded, 2 outs? You're going to put Albert Abreu in there to face a left-handed hitter over Matt Crook?
Yeah,
you're gonna bring in Wandy Peralta in the 6th inning to waste him, so you can't use him later on in the game. You got to have another lefty option coming out of that bullpen, TC.
How about, I got one for you. Would you rather have Albert Abreu or Ryan Weber?
At least Weber has showed us something in his past few outings, and then Weber's one of those weird ones that he's been with the Yankees. It feels like forever, but he's constantly being shuttled up and down between AAA and the major league roster. But if I had to choose, it's kind of hard for me to choose, honestly, both of them. But I would choose Weber. I would honestly choose Weber, because at least Weber can give you multiple innings over Abreu, who's only good for 1 inning.
It is amazing that they can't hit him. It looks like to me. It looks like he's pitching for the old timers game. He's tossing it up there about 75, 80 miles an hour, and these guys are just not getting good swings on it. I couldn't believe it, especially in the Blue Jay series. I'm like, oh, here we go, and these guys, I couldn't believe it. And he's had multiple outings, 2-3 outings where he's pitched 2 innings and they can't touch him. I mean, he does throw strikes. He doesn't walk guys. That's the thing I like over Abreu, because Abreu has his moments where
Control
he walks the ballpark. So, they see something in Weber. Until he gets just rocked, they're going to continue with him.
Yeah, and like I said, he's a guy that he could give you multiple innings coming out of that bullpen. He could give you 2 to 3 innings with no problem, right? Abreu, I'm not sure if Abreu can be that guy. I'm not sure if Abreu could be that. I know the Yankees
does have his moments. He looks good.
Yes, he has his moments. That fastball, 98, 99 miles per hour, it looks good on occasions.
Yeah.
But there's more bad pitches going up there than good pitches. I'm not sure if the Yankees need to send him.
Mental.
That's exactly all it is. It's just mental when it comes to Albert Abreu. You like his stuff, and you can tell the Yankees really like his stuff. But when is he going to put it together?
I don't know. I mean, we got these guys coming back. So once we get, let's see, Kahnle will be back, and then next will be Ian Hamilton, and then Loaizaga. So they'll have to figure out some things, and he'll probably be next to go. But yeah, like you were saying, I'd really love to see Matt Crook. We need another lefty. We can't count on Wandy Peralta
No.
for all the, to be the only left-handed bullpen guy. I mean, yes, Wandy is terrific, but he can't be burnt out. We're gonna, he's gonna be toast by August. So I'd love to see Matt Crook just come in and wow, I want to. Can we just see a game with him in there, please? One.
Bro, I'm I've been trying to figure that out myself. I see MP in the chat talking about Ron Marinaccio. Let me bring this down for a second. But Ron Marinaccio, he has an ERA. It's close to 4, if it's not over 4 right now. What to you? What is your difference? What do you think is the difference between Ron Marinaccio this season compared to last season, bro?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's not trusting his fastball, and he's always going to the off-speed stuff, the so-called sweeper, which is now it's a curveball, it's a slider. I don't know. From one year to the next, it's hard. It's baseball, and it's sometimes you can't figure things out, and you try all different things, but it could be fatigue, it could be confidence, it's a mental thing. Honestly, he's right there. He has moments where he looks fantastic, but yeah, then you see, I mean, last night was only one batter, one hit. Unfortunately, that's not even an earned run, really. It's a ghost runner, and he's gave up a hit. But I have faith in Marinaccio. I don't. I think he's going to find his way, and he'll put it together. He's one of the keys to that bullpen. And really, Boone trusts him the most. In that, the first guy out of the bullpen. So I think him and Matt Blake will figure some things out, and they'll work it out. I think he'll be fine coming down the stretch.
Yeah, when it comes to Ron Marinaccio, I see Medina put it in the chat. Too much usage, and there's some credence to that, right? Because, like you said, he is one of those guys that Aaron Boone has relied on going back to last year. He had a dead arm last year. At one point, they had to put him on the IL, and this year, at the beginning of the season, for the first month of the season, he was used almost every day. And I'm not sure if that's led to not a dead arm, but just the control not being there, if there's something mechanically wrong with Ron Marinaccio. But I do agree, like 19 comments said, Ron will turn things around. I have faith in him, and I have faith in him too. Big time.
He has
Ron,
filthy stuff.
He has filthy stuff. It's just he needs to get his command back, right? Because if his command is not there of his fastball, why, as a hitter, I'm going to swing at that changeup.
Yeah, and like we were talking about backstage. You said he threw 3 changeups in a row, or off speed. Yeah, you can't do that.
No,
guys are just sitting on that. They see it. You got to the key to pitching is you got to change speeds, and you got to change locations. You could be the one of the slowest guys, like Greg Maddux, for example. Guy threw 88 miles an hour tops. It was pinpoint accuracy on the corners. Up and down, he changed speeds.
West,
88,
north,
80,
south.
Yeah, everywhere. That's what you have to do. You can't keep, pinpointing a certain location every single. The batters, the key into that, and they'll take you out.
And that's why, I said it's important to have Matt Crook up here, because you don't want the same situation that's happening to Ron Marinaccio happen to Wandy Peralta. Because he is our only lefty, and Wandy can get out both lefties and right-handers, right? So if there's a situation where you got a right-hander coming up and you already burned through 2 of your solid relievers, Boone is more leaning towards going for Wandy in that situation, right? So we have to have that extra left-handed pitcher coming out. What's up?
You got to see what KC put. That's how we're going to get Matt Crook. He said, "Don't worry, guys."
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
not, KC. But yeah, when it comes to the Yankees, somebody will get injured, and we will see Matt Crook sooner rather than later. I would have just liked to see him get an opportunity, right? I would have liked to see him in the game the night before. If you're going to send him down, if you know that he's going to be one of the guys that you send down, let him pitch. We're blowing them out anyway. We got 10 runs. Let him pitch instead of using Weber for 2 innings, instead of using Michael King for 2 innings. It just makes me scratch my head.
Yeah, that one had me. I was wondering why Michael King is in 2 innings. You could have had Matt Crook. I mean, they were up. What were they up? 10. They weren't. I don't think they had 10 yet, but they were up about 4 or 5 runs at least. That one, I don't know. Aaron Boone he makes some just crazy calls.
But for some reason, he is apparently he's smarter than all of us, right?
Yeah.
Because he is the wise one. That's why he sends up Frenchie Cordero over Anthony Rizzo.
Savant over there. Yeah, he's
exactly. MP just said, any update on our best reliever for 2023, Ian Hamilton? I'm checking right now, MP. Just give me a second.
I think
also, guys,
it's been throwing.
Yeah, I think they said it on the broadcast last night that he is throwing. But as of right now, nothing yet from when it comes to Ian Hamilton. Yeah, nothing yet. My guys,
and his injury was his groin, right? Had nothing to do with his arm.
Yeah. I have an update from my friend Julian. You guys remember Julian, who was on the show from Dugout Station? He reported yesterday Ian Hamilton threw off the mound at Somerset for the first time since his injury. So that's a good sign right there. He's already working off of the mound. So hopefully we'll get him back in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, we need him back. He was what a surprise he has been.
And like Enzo said, I think the score was 8-3 when King was in the game. You're up 5 runs. Why are you going to push Michael King to give you 2 innings? If you didn't, how about this? If Michael King didn't pitch 2 innings in a game that we were winning 8-3, you know who could have came out in that 10th inning last night? TC, Michael King could have came out and pitched that 10th inning instead of Ron Marinaccio. Exactly. So you see how you're not setting yourself up for success when you overuse Michael King when you didn't have to overuse him?
Yeah, there was no need. No need. Weber, Abreu, your back end guys that you don't use as much. Crook should have been. I mean, yeah, it's too bad. It's just a mismanagement. I mean, there's games here and there that Boone has just mismanaged, and we could have won these games. It's just it's sad.
Definitely. Like, and I'm gonna go to MP right here. We got a squad this year.
Yeah. And
we haven't even been healthy. This is how good we are. And we had the conversation
from day one.
Are the 2023 Yankees better than the 2022 Yankees? And on June 1st, I think I can say this very confidently. This team we got this year in 2023 is way better than what we had last year. Because last year, we was dealing with Aroldis Chapman and his ineffectiveness as a closer. Last year, we was dealing with Clay Holmes in the second half of the season falling off of a cliff. So this year, our bullpen is a lot better. Our starting pitching has been a lot better. Even though Garrett Cole has struggled this last few outings out there, Garrett Cole is better this year than he was last year. Anthony Rizzo is having a better season this year than he was having last year. Even though IKF is having a good season this year, Anthony Volpe, with his struggles at shortstop, is still a better option at shortstop this year than IKF was last year. So when it comes to the 2023 team in comparison to 2022, confidently, I could say that we are a lot better than what we were last year. And we're not even 100% healthy as of right now.
Right. And hopefully it's a reverse of what happened last year. Last year, we started off hot and we cooled off and just, kind of coasted into the playoffs. This year, we're starting off struggling. We got a lot of injuries early. So hopefully we get everybody back and everybody's hot in July and August, September. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And that's what I see. I see that happening. All these guys, these next man up guys have kept us afloat. The bullpen saved us. Some of the, like we were talking about Schmidt and Herman saving us before we get Rodon and Sevy and everybody, steps up. I really like our chances. And I know you said it into existence. This is our year. And it sure looks like it because the way we're playing now with the injuries, just wait until everyone comes back. I can't wait to see a full team.
And I want to point this out. My guy, the Yankee Clipper in the chat, right? Also, if you guys can, we got 26 people watching right now. If you guys can, please smack that like button. Let's get up to 30 likes, 40 likes for the stream. Smack the like button. Like he said, I think Rodon is going to be a huge difference maker in the second half of the season and in the postseason. And I think the Yankees are playing it smart when it comes to Carlos Rodon, not trying to speed up the process. Like, if we were desperate and if we was in desperate need for starting pitching, I think Carlos Rodon, you would have probably seen him already trying to make a rehab start at Scranton, right? But the fact that the Yankees have the starting pitching that they have this year, have the bullpen that we have this year, they can take their time with Carlos Rodon and make sure he's 100% healthy coming back instead of being 80% or 70% coming back and trying to rush him. And at the same time, I know people laughed at me when I said this over on Pete's channel, right? But I said this when we was doing our early season predictions. Frankie Montas will be pitching for the Yankees in September. And I think Frankie Montas, laugh with me all you want. We could come back to this. It's Thursday, June 1st, 11:46 in the morning. Mark this down. I think Frankie Montas is actually going to be more beneficial for us in September than what people think of him right now. I think Frankie Montas is going to be pitching some important games for the Yankees in September. Mark that down. Now, if it comes down that, he's gone for the rest of the season, I'm going to have to eat my words. Jonathan says no. Already, Jonathan is beating up on me. Jonathan, I apologize, and I'm so sorry. Unpopular opinion, he's marking it down. Mark it down right now, Pop, all right? Mark it down. I'm not saying we're going to get Cy Young contending Frankie Montas when he was an all-star with the Oakland A's. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you're going to mark it down as well. What I'm saying is, Frankie Montas is going to be pitching some very important innings for the Yankees in September leading into October. The Yankees, they're not just going to let Frankie Montas sit on the side making $10 to $15 million this season and not pitch for the Yankees. He will be pitching for the Yankees in September.
Honestly, I hope you're right. I mean, we got him to pitch for us.
Medina, don't give up on me, Medina. Come on, bro. Don't give up on me, Medina.
We have high hopes over here, high expectations. So no, I hope you're right. And Rodon, like you were saying, I think he's got to make the pitching staff a lot better. He's a bulldog. He's going to push Cole. He's going to push Sevy. I mean, the emotions and the what he shows on the mound, I love it. He's just going to get everybody amped up, and the energy is just going to ooze to the whole lineup. I can't wait to see him out there.
He's a character guy, bro. He's a character guy, and there's a big reason why the San Francisco Giants are struggling where they are right now. You've had players come out and say that Carlos Rodon, his importance to that pitching staff last year, not only just on the field, but what he meant to the clubhouse, and you could tell. He's a character guy. He's a guy that guys like to be around in the clubhouse, and I can't wait for Carlos Rodon to pitch. 19 comments said, take your receipts. Take all the receipts you want, Con man. All right? I love you, Medina. Also, guys,
we're all for you, buddy. We're all for you.
Like on the last show, if you guys can, please put the prayer emojis in the chat for our friend Medina and his family. Hope his pops a speedy recovery, and hope everything works out when it comes to that situation. Jerry said, your pop said that's a stretch here. Hector. I hope you're right. Listen, Jerry, when it comes to things being a stretch, I'm trying to do Bikram yoga. That's the type of stretching that I'm doing right now. Okay. Bikram yoga stretching is what I'm doing.
The back. How's that back? The back okay?
The back's good. The back's good. The back's okay, but we got to switch it up just a little bit. And it's a Yankees related subject, right? But I'm not sure how you feel about the situation, because I didn't let you know about what we was going to talk about when it came to this. Normally, backstage, before we go live, I always give TC the rundown of what we're going to talk about. But I specifically left this one out because I wanted his raw reaction to what I'm about to bring up. So if you guys know our friends over at Foul Territory, our guys Scott Braun, Eric Krotz, Scott Brzezinski, I mean, AJ Przinsky, everybody, all of our friends over there at Foul Territory. They had a guest on this week, Mr. Doug Minkiewicz, former Yankee first baseman, former Red Sox first baseman, former first baseman for the New York Mets. And he had some harsh words to say about Alex Rodriguez. This is a guy, him and A-Rod, they were on the same high school team. If you guys didn't see the interview, go over and watch the interview. But Doug Minkiewicz, he basically said Alex Rodriguez is going to die alone. At the same time, Doug Minkiewicz was clowning Derek Jeter, throwing some shade on Derek Jeter for his failure to control Alex Rodriguez and his actions in the Yankees clubhouse. Doug Minkiewicz unloaded on Alex Rodriguez. This is from WFAN on Twitter. Andy Pettit in a rant saying, rewarding steroid users, and said Alex Rodriguez is going to die alone, like I said. What's your thoughts on this story from in this situation from Dougie K?
I don't know. This seems like an attention grab here. This stuff behind the scenes of clowning Derek Jeter and A-Rod and so Pettit. It's just that should just be kept to themselves and not told to everybody about. Come on, Derek Jeter. Is Derek Jeter A-Rod's father or keeper? To control him. Yeah, and he was the captain, but guys are going to do what they're going to do, and you honestly, the whole steroid issue, everybody was doing steroids. I mean, it was rampant, and the league wasn't controlling it. So these guys were, they were getting away with it. And I don't know. I don't like hearing the dirty laundry, on these shows about what happened. And
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Don Sicario. He said, "Oh, he won't hang out with his high school teammates at a fucking Chili's or some shit."
Yeah, it's just keep it to themselves. I'm not gonna, tell Yankees Morning Brew what me and you did, over here behind the scenes and all this dirty stuff that you did or I did. I mean, just keep that to yourselves. Don't. I don't know. It's just for attention, for news. Who are you, Minkiewicz? You're nobody. You had a terrible career. And to bash A-Rod and Derek Jeter, Hall of Famers, it just, I don't know. I don't like it. It's just bad taste.
Yeah, and talking about the whole A-Rod thing, right? It was, he brought up, or somebody brought up his relationship to A-Rod, them being high school teammates, and the fact that, like me, I got some guys that I went to high school with that I'm not in a group chat with anymore, right? We used to have a group chat. We used to be talking and stuff. It's just, you fall off, not everybody is going to be in contact with each other over the years. You just lose, right. You just grow apart from each other. And I get it. You guys were high school teammates and you want to have that camaraderie of brotherhood and teammatehood because you guys known each other in high school. But at the same time, A-Rod don't owe you a goddamn thing. He doesn't owe you anything, right? At all. Like you said he didn't have a great career, a good. I'm gonna say he had a solid career. He won a couple of Gold Gloves at first base. He won a World Series with the Boston Red Sox. Yeah. But like I said, A-Rod doesn't owe you a goddamn thing because he doesn't answer your text messages because you guys were high school teammates and stuff. Come on, get out of here. To me, like Don Sicario said, bitter is a great word to use, and at the same time, you're out of pocket. Saying that Alex Rodriguez is going to die alone, to me, I think that's a bit too far. Especially when A-Rod just came out that he was diagnosed with gum disease, and you're going to talk about the man's going to die alone. I think that's not the right time to have that conversation, Doug Minkiewicz. I think it was bad taste. I think it was bitter. I think it was just out of pocket, out of view. He had the story about the Red Sox owners, and I agree with him with that. With the World Series ball, the Red Sox owners, they wanted it back, and they wanted to pay people to see it, and Doug Minkiewicz wanted money off of it as well. I agree with you when it came to that. But the topic of Alex Rodriguez and that was like how many years ago you guys were in high school? 30 years ago. Yeah. He doesn't owe you a damn thing at all. You guys were on the same team with the Yankees, and you want to bat. What is Derek Jeter supposed to do with Alex Rodriguez and his antics? Like honestly, what? Like tell me, what am I supposed? If you TC decides to go, what am I supposed to do as a teammate? I'm supposed to grab you by your ear and give you a spanking. What is Jeter supposed to do?
We're grown men. Grown men. They're not, you're not gonna, treat them like we're gonna go in the back and spank them. Hey, you can't be doing steroids. Like it's stupid. And to say he's gonna die a lonely man, that is a bitter, jealous comment. I mean, you're okay. So your high school teammates, you both played in the professionals. Why aren't you backing him up and saying, I loved watching him play. He had a great career. He did some steroids, but everybody did. They tried and be happy for the guy. What a career! Who's going to die a lonely man? What are you talking about? What you don't even know? I'm sure he doesn't even know what's going on with A-Rod at this point. He doesn't return text messages, and that's probably why, because the guy's a jealous hater.
Apparently, they were at a high school reunion, and Lorenzo, I think you listened to the conversation as well. Let me know if I'm off base when it comes to this, but I think that, or if I'm off track with this, Enzo, but I think he said that they had a reunion from the teammates, and how A-Rod came in with his Minnesota Timberwolves shirt and half sleeping. Bro, the man's traveling around for business. You're lucky he even showed up to your trash high school baseball reunion. What you guys doing? Having a Parcheesi tournament? The hell is wrong with you, Doug Minkiewicz? You're just bitter. Like I said, Alex Rodriguez. You can say what you want about Alex Rodriguez, but he got his money from Major League Baseball. He was then able to take that money and turn it to actually being a billionaire. Alex Rodriguez, he is a billionaire. He is in realty. He is a billionaire when it comes to like realty. If you look at his portfolio from the realty market, he owns a lot of property in Miami.
Very smart.
He has ownership for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's trying to buy ownership for a major league team. When it comes to Alex Rodriguez, he did the best and he made the most out of his baseball career, took that money, and now he's an entrepreneur and he's a businessman who's thriving right now, Doug Minkiewicz. I'm not somebody who normally waves the flag and is a protector for billionaires or whatever like that. But Alex Rodriguez, how can you hate on the guy? Honestly, it's just something that must have happened back in the day that you're still bitter over. Like you said, TC.
Yeah, he got burned by him
Enzo said, hold on, right here. They had a dinner to honor their high school coach. Either way, just A-Rod showing up is a big deal. He didn't have to show up, and A-Rod has donated to his high school, so Doug was out of pocket about A-Rod. Facts. Facts. 100%, Enzo. 100%. Honestly, it's bad taste from Doug Minkiewicz. Like you said, TC, it just shows that you're an old, bitter man in your days right now. You probably don't get no phone calls from your older teammates and stuff.
No.
David Ortiz is not calling to hang out with you. Pedro Martinez is not calling to hang out with you. Jason Varitek is not calling to hang out with you. Nobody on the Mets that you were teammates with want anything to do with you. Nobody on the Yankees want anything to do with you. Doug Minkiewicz, you just lost your opportunity for an old-timers day at Yankee Stadium. You're not getting that back no more. And you're probably not going to get it back with the Red Sox after what you said about that owner as well. So you got to pray that the Minnesota Twins or the New York Mets call you back for an old-timers day.
Yeah, no, he's burned his bridges, and he's not. They're not, banging down the door for him to be on talk shows. I'm surprised he was even on that foul territory. I bet you he's not coming back. I don't think they're going to put up with that. But to clown Derek Jeter and A-Rod in the same, I mean, come on, those guys are Hall of Famers. You're bitter. That's just bitter hatred that he couldn't play like they did, and all the accolades and the championships they won, and just go away.
And I don't understand the whole rewarding aspect while talking about A-Rod and Andy Pettitte. Has Andy Pettitte been inducted into the Hall of Fame and we don't know about it? Is Alex Rodriguez in the Hall of Fame and we don't know about? What rewards did Andy Pettitte and A-Rod got in post-playing career of being on some type of PEDs or some type of steroids? Am I lost? Am I not paying attention to the news that's happening out there? Did they win something, TC?
No. As far as I know, everybody that did steroids is not in the Hall of Fame until they allow, or I don't know what, just take that away and have all the, Bonds, Clemens, Pettit, A-Rod, there's multiple guys that are being held up because of that. And what are you going to do?
Hey, Doug,
I don't know.
Enzo just put it perfectly. Doug is jealous that TV networks hired steroid guys and not him. Listen, maybe if Doug Minkiewicz wasn't like a unsufferable human being, maybe he would get an opportunity to be on the MLB network. Maybe he would get an opportunity to be on ESPN. But you have no character. You have no personality. Everybody loves David Ortiz. Even me as a Yankee fan, I can say I enjoy David Ortiz being on Fox Sports. I enjoy watching David Ortiz and Pedro Martinez talk about baseball. Yep. Even though they never played for the Yankees, even though they played on teams that were our rivals, I enjoy seeing them on Fox Sports. I'm not going to lie. I'm being honest with it. They're characters. They have personalities. You can say what you want about A-Rod. He may talk a lot, but when it comes to his knowledge about the game of baseball, he is very knowledgeable. He may not know how to shut the hell up half of the time, but he is very knowledgeable about the sport.
Yeah, and some of the words he uses, it's a little condescending with the way he announces a game, but no, I mean the guy was,
you know what
amazing.
It is? He plays Scrabble before and after every broadcast, so he has to have the big Scrabble. Even that one, I used to cheat when I played that one with my friends. I used to have the app that I could just put the words in and it'll spell it out for me. I used to do that. But hey, I may get a reward, so you may need to watch out. Doug Minkiewicz may be coming for me.
Yeah, wait till September 23rd. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna hate you. I'm gonna, Hector, you cheat.
Exactly. And hold on, this is a great point from 19 comment. Not many steroid players even came back to baseball after they retired from playing, because a lot of players that can't, like Rafael Palmeiro, you're embarrassed. You're embarrassed. You got exposed. You're embarrassed. You tested positive. Everything. And for A-Rod to come back and to still be in the spotlight, even with all the criticisms people have, you got to give him something for that. Same thing with David Ortiz. That man got shot in the Dominican Republic. He got shot like he was 50 Cent. He got shot up like 6 or 7 times in the back. He had to be moved from the Dominican Republic to Boston Medical for surgery, and he survived.
Yeah, wow.
And it was all off a mistaken identity. Come on, man. I honestly feel that, like I said, that was just a bad taste for Doug Minkiewicz. Bitter.
Yeah.
Bad luck. Didn't look good for him at all. Hold on. I got the Yankees farmers in the building. My guy Carlos, what it do? He says, who even cares what Doug says? He was a Yankee for 2 minutes. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. And he had nothing to say about Jason Giambi. Why didn't you say anything about Jason Giambi, who was on your team? Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why didn't you say anything about Keith Folt, who admitted to taking PEDs? Why didn't you say anything about him?
Right.
Why you only got to say anything about A-Rod and Pettit? Kind of weird to me, if you ask me.
And the whole Derek Jeter thing too, about controlling. Come on,
what is Jeter supposed to do? What is Jeter supposed to do?
Yeah. What do you think you have a manager for, and you have ownership?
Oh, he is definitely going to be a segment on Get Yanked, and I'm gonna come with some notes for that one tomorrow. Yeah. Guaranteed for that one tomorrow. Yeah. Clemens as well. Roger Clemens is another one.
Clemens,
right? Big Papi and Manny were roid-headed. Just saying. You're right. And if you guys seen that, Gary Sanchez is wearing number 99 to honor Manny Ramirez while he's playing with the San Diego Padres.
Wow. And your boy Hicks got hurt.
He got out. No way. No, he didn't. He got hit. He got hurt.
He left the game yesterday. He left the game with cramps.
Bro, you can't make it up. I was literally about to say, and congratulations to Aaron Hicks getting 2 hits and a walk in his debut with the Baltimore Orioles.
That's the most.
But he left the game with cramps. He left the game with cramps. Can you believe it?
Running to first base, he's not used to it. So he's trying to leg a double, I guess, and he's
Yo, and it's crazy too. Aaron Hicks, he was able to grow that beard like that, literally like that, bro, like literally like that.
That
He
was a
put
touch up like just for men or something. Just
he did.
whatever.
You know what he did? He did. You
Painted
see
it
that
in?
stuff Fat Joe puts on his face? That spray.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what it is. He got the spray that Fat Joe uses for his beard. That's
got
all
the,
it
the
is.
Bob Ross painting kit and just
There
painted
you go. There you go. He's making bushes. He's making birds on his face. Oh man, but guys, we appreciate everyone for showing up today. The Yankees are off today. We will be back tomorrow with the Yankees Morning Brew for an open panel because it's open panel Fridays. Make sure you guys all come and you're ready to join the open panel. The open panel will definitely be around 11:30, so make sure you mark that down. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Also, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We are sitting at 606 subscribers. So shout out to the 2 new subscribers that joined while we were live right now. TC, any last words for these beautiful people in the chat before we get out of here, brother?
Just enjoy this off day, and I can't wait to see these guys here up and close in LA. So just Hollywood, all the lights are going to be on us. So Aaron Judge and Stanton, I think, are going to put on a show, and we'll see what happens. I love to see a sweep. I love to see a sweep, man. This would be nice. But enjoy the off day, guys, and definitely catch this guy on Grunt Baseball. You doing
later on today, Grunt Baseball, the pregame report, and we'll be at, I want to say 4 p.m., but mark down your calendar. It may be at 5 p.m. just because of time constraints, but make sure you tune into Grunt Baseball to catch us over there for the pregame report.
Yes, sir.
It's a lot of fun. Me and Jigga, it's not like this because we were off the hinges over there. We do a lot of betting as well, smart betting over there. So if you guys want, tune into Grunt Baseball, catch us over there.
Can I bet your money too? Can I use your money?
I don't think so. 4 p.m. today, like Celso just put it in the chat. But like always, guys, peace, salutations, and always doses. We out.